I pledge my faithfulness to the Niners and their Hall of Famers, for which they stand, one nation, under an empire, invincible, with 5 rings and domination over all.
I know the empire's on fire. Where slow, don't eat, so I can peek. Game turned up, give me the rock, keep watching the score sheet. Empire, we on fire, we break it up, run it up, let's go, run it up, let's run it up, come on, run it up.
What's up, Niner Empire? It's your host, DJ Juice. I want to welcome everybody to the second episode of the Niner Empire podcast, representing the official Niner Empire podcast. I got my cast. I represent Richmond chapter and the vice president. I'm also the founder of NinerWithAttitude.com and Locked In Radio DJs.
What's up, Niner Empire? Jamil Williams, representing the 619er chapter out of San Diego, California.
Hey, Niner Empire, this is Naomi. I'm the social media for Niner Empire, and I'm a proud member of Empire Tejas out of El Paso, Texas.
Niner Empire, what's going on? It's your boy DJ Hype Man 49, official Niner Empire Hype Man, president of the PA Faithfuls, and Locked In Radio DJ.
Niner Empire, Joe Leonor here, founder of Niner Empire. Like I mentioned last week, we got 2 decades, that's 20 years of bringing fans from around the world together to represent that Niner Empire. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Niner Empire podcast is proudly sponsored by Gold Bar Whiskey, theshotsticks.com, and NinersWithAttitude.com.
What's going on, Niner Empire? On today's live from the Tailgate, we're going to head out to Seattle, where we have Whistle Gang's very own Furby, who's at the Tailgate with the Faithfuls, and he's also going to do a round of 1st and 10 speed questions with the Faithfuls. Let's check it out.
What's good? It's your boy Furby, 1/3 of the Whistle Gang podcast, and I'm live from the Tailgate. Shout out to the 408 Faithfuls out here in Seattle doing it big today. I'm going to go talk to a bunch of the Faithfuls and see what's going on. Levi's or Candlestick?
Candlestick all day. Let's go HP.
Levi's or Candlestick?
Candlestick. Man, we be winning in Candlestick. We got to step it up in Levi. Come on, man. Let's go.
Candlestick or Levi's?
Oh, I'm a stick boy till I die, man. I'm a stick till I die, man.
Levi's or Candlestick?
Levi's.
Ooh, you the first person.
Really?
Everybody Candlestick.
Levi's.
Who's your favorite Niner of all time?
All time? I gotta give it to Ronnie Lott. I love Ronnie Lott, man. Yeah, what's good? 49ers, bang, bang, Niner gang all day, baby. Takeover, the Takeover.
Who's your favorite Niner?
Frank Gore.
Thank you for the video footage. If you're going to New Orleans this coming weekend, make sure you look out for me, Hype Man 49, and the actual live from the Tailgate cam. I'm going to get all of the Faithfuls on there that I can, get you with some of the 1st and 10 questions. So be ready. Niner Empire, once again, your boy Hype Man back with y'all. And today we have some trivia questions. Well, 1 trivia question to be exact. And the question that I have for you today, Faithful, is what was the name of the charitable organization from last week's podcast? I need everyone watching to post your answer in the comment section. And the first one with the correct answer will win an official piece of artwork from Eric Jews Illustrates. Good luck.
Faithful, I'm so excited about this one. Back in 2019, I had the chance to experience the NOLA takeover back then, and I'm so excited for this year because I'm sure there's going to be more Faithful, so we have Derek Wells here to tell us more. One thing, Derek, can you please tell us what we're going to wear on top of everything else you're going to inform us about?
So happy to be here. Hopefully the audio is coming through great. We are excited. The planning committee, we've been working for months to, like we say, we want to make this a home game for all the faithful coming from worldwide. I think we've topped at my last look at the system. I think we've topped 750 people signed up already. We got up to 56 chapters that are going to be represented in New Orleans. And we're just ready, man. The weather's going to be great. The team is 1-0, and now the Saints are on the clock.
Nice. I can't wait. I can't wait. I had a blast the last time. I had the best time ever. So I'm sure you guys are going to do it big again.
Yeah, we got a full weekend of activities planned. We're starting Friday with a meet and greet at Generations Hall. On Saturday, we're teaming up with the 49ers with the official Invasion Day party, but we're gonna make it a block party because one building can't hold all the faithful. So we got 2 sports bars that we're taking over, connected by a courtyard. It's gonna be a lot of things going on out there. Perfect time for chapters to meet and greet each other, exchange patches, take some group photos and things like that. Saturday night, we got a nightcap on Bourbon Street. All the information's on the website. And then Sunday is the culmination. We got the Sea of Red tailgate starting at 9 a.m. on Sunday, going all the way up to kickoff. Our tailgate lot is at 400 Loyola Avenue. It's only about 7 to 8 blocks away from the Superdome. It's going to be massive. So if you're not ready to party, you might as well stay at home.
I'm ready to party. I'm coming. I'm coming.
What's up, faithful? As you guys know, Niner Empire is making the move from Blue Lot 1 over to Green Lot 1. So the easiest way to find us is as soon as you come in the main entrance in Green Lot 1, you'll see us immediately on your left, right in front of pole 16. So that's where we're going to be at. But I also got some big news. Last week's special guest was Money B from Digital Underground. He has a brand new Niner anthem called Run It Up. It's on all streaming platforms right now. And he's going to be at our tailgate performing his new song and filming his new music video. So if you want to be in the video, come with your freshest fit, be in there ready to sing, Run It Up. And we're going to see you next Sunday, because this Sunday I'm going to be in New Orleans. But next Sunday for the home opener versus the Cardinals, we're going to be in Green Lot 1, pole 16. I'll see you there.
What's up, Niner Empire? I'm Jamil Williams. We're back with our second episode of Chapter Spotlight. Proud to announce we have 2 chapter presidents joining us today. First person we're going to talk about, we've got Mark, president of the 719ers Niner Empire out of Colorado. Mark, how you doing, man?
How you doing, Empire? I'm doing great.
All
Happy
right.
to be here.
All right, got a few questions for you. Thanks for joining us. So 719ers, what part of Colorado are you in?
We're in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Colorado Springs. Okay, so not too far from Denver, right?
No, actually it's about a 45-minute drive to Denver. Yeah.
Okay, so 719 is a pretty famous chapter. How long have you guys been around?
It started actually, well, I'm sure with Joe, some of you may know Charles Duncan. Charles Duncan started the Colorado chapter, Niner Empire, years ago. And around 2011, some other guys wanted to break off and started 303. And that's when Charles started the 719ers. So about 2011, 2012 time frame, that Charles started the original, the 719 chapter here in Colorado Springs.
Okay. Yeah, so we got Niner Empire representation all over Colorado, it sounds like.
Yes,
All right.
yes. As a matter of fact, not just not here, just in Colorado Springs. We have members even in Belgium that belong to our club. So I'm always recruiting new members, but we even have international members officially signed as signed members to the 719ers Niner Empire. So we are truly worldwide here from the 719er Club.
Okay. So if I'm in Colorado this weekend, trying to watch the game, where can I find you guys?
You will find us at the main event on our Interquest Parkway. Main event, we were there now for a couple of years. We started out as the Summit, but the Summit was bought out by Dave & Buster's, and there were other sports groups there, but of course, they don't have the presence that we have, and so the only group that stayed and welcomed were the 719ers down there.
Okay, and I think we have a video that we want to queue up since we're talking about the watch party. If we can show that. All right, nice. So that's a pretty big group, man. I saw the pictures on social media from outside of the place. So looks like you guys had a good time. Tell us about the vibe of your watch party.
Wow, it's electric. We even have members that come several hours away just to come to this club. I never, as the president, well, as the new president, I don't like the spotlight on me, but a lot of members and even the council would say that it's the vibe of our club. The fact that our club is geared around our children. The main event is unique because it has a huge game room. A huge arcade, bowling alley. So we have a family vibe there, and that's why people love to come to the main event, to the 719ers.
All right, and I think you answered my next question already. You talked about the 303 chapter. So you do a lot of joint events with that group, watch parties, and also like some of the events during the summer, right?
Oh yes. Well, we have our cookouts together. We'll do joint watch parties with the 303 out of Denver.
Okay. All right, Mark, I got one more question for you and we'll let you go. So tell me about, how is the chapter giving back to the community?
So we stay busy all year round here in Colorado Springs. So we have Care and Share, so we donate food to our Care and Share. We have a clothing donation. We will feed the homeless during the season as well, and the off season. We have Toys for Tots going on around Christmas time. During the off season, we'll volunteer at the Resource Center or Habitat for Humanity, which we really enjoy, building homes, building homes in our community. We even have an Adopt a Highway program where we adopt a mile of our highway for cleanup. We volunteer to the Ronald McDonald House, which is really, really fun just to give back, just because of all the Ronald McDonald House does for people in need and families in need, that allow them to stay there while their children take care at the Children's Hospital here in Colorado Springs. So we stay active all year round. We're really a very large and prominent presence here throughout actually the state of Colorado. We have several clubs here in the state of Colorado.
All right, that's great, Mark. So not only are we, supporting the Niners, we're also supporting the communities that we live in. So we definitely appreciate what you guys are doing out there. All right, so Mark,
and may I add just one more thing? As of Sunday, we have 949 signed members to the 719ers, and we started keeping that count a few years after we started the club. So we're sure within the next few weeks that we're going to top over 1,000 signed members to the 719ers.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
49 worldwide.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, thanks for joining us today, and good luck
Thank
to
you.
chapter the rest of the season.
Let's go.
All right. All right. Leads us to our next guest. We've got Vincent from the Memphis OG chapter. We got
What's
the
up,
fireball.
baby? What's up? You know what
How
it
you
is,
doing?
baby. You know what I'm saying? It's the official drink right there, baby. Hold on.
Yeah, so I got it.
Before we start, hold on. I'm finna get this shot out. All right. I want to shout out to all the 90 Empire out there, baby. Salute, baby.
I don't have a shot to take with you, but
I know. Hey, I take a shot for you, baby.
all right. So, fun fact about Memphis, one of the first Niner Empire chapters out there. So, you guys been around for a while. Think we have a video from your watch party that we want to show right now.
All right.
It's just when it looked like the Patriots were back in now. It's Let's go. Money, Mike.
Test. Block the Brock Purdy, baby. Hey, we got us a quarterback, baby. Woo! Yeah.
All right, so I just got to say, I've been around you guys for a while. The Memphis OG chapter is like my favorite Niner Empire chapter. Anna and Zine probably mad at me for saying that, but yeah, I've always enjoyed hanging out with you guys, man.
Hey.
So speaking of Memphis OG chapter being one of the first Niner Empire chapters, how long have you guys been around?
We started in 2006. I mean, hey, I feel kind of old right now, but yeah, it's been a long time coming, man. I mean, Trey, do you know Trey Murphy?
Yes.
Yeah, me and Trey Murphy, we started the chapter. He's not with us anymore, but he is one of the founders of 90 Empire Memphis OG chapter. And I remember when we first started the chapter, we was at Gideon. It was just me and him, me and Trey Murphy. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and Trey Murphy. We already go to the Cowboys headquarters. Now Memphis is a Cowboys headquarters country, you know. So that's the Cowboys country right here. Cowboys country in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And we always go to their headquarters and we always talk shit. Even back then in 2006, 2007, I think we started winning, 2012 when Jim Harbaugh came in?
Yeah.
And we were losing, but hey, we didn't care. We had our flags. We was riding around and shit. We didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because we that hard fans. But there's a lot of Niner fans here in Memphis too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. When I was young, I used to be a Steelers fan. That's when I was young. I was like 10 years old at the time. You know what I'm saying? Until I saw Dwight Clark made that catch from Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a 49 fan. You know, I was just like changing teams. But I was a young cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know.
Yeah, I think all of us did.
I never changed team after that. You know what I'm saying? Even though we was losing, I was still a Niner fan.
Yeah. I think everybody from out of town that's not in Cali, we all kind of have our stories of how we became a Niner fan. So thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
So the video we saw, man, that's a good looking spot. Yeah, we're at. What's the location of that watch party? And
as a matter of fact, that was the old spot from last year. That was Margarita Factory, Sports Bar and Grill. We're not there anymore. We got a new location where we was before we came to Margaritas. We was at Los Cabos, you know, and we changed to Margaritas. Now we're not at Margaritas no more. I mean, Margarita Factory. We're not there no more. Now we're back at Los Cabos. You know, that's our official headquarters right there, 6542 Quince Road. So
I think I've been to that place for one of the summer.
We had barbecue cookout. And
Yeah.
that's our Friday night.
Friday night spot.
Yeah, the warm-up party. We call it the warm-up party before the barbecue cookout. Yeah.
Right. All right, Vincent. So got one more question for you. Same question we asked the last chapter. Tell me, like, some of how are you giving back to the community? What events are y'all doing out there to support the community?
To support the community, like I said, there's no off season with us. You know what I'm saying? Once football season is over, we let everybody know. Don't put your jersey up. Don't have your mob balls on your jersey. There's no off season with the 90 Empire Memphis OG chapter. Every summer we always do the barbecue cookout. No, not the barbecue cookout, but the fundraiser, barbecue fundraiser. And we do it every single Sunday. We start from April until August, at the end of August. Well, the last Sunday of August. Then after that, we're getting ready for football season. And during the holidays, we do the Christmas drive. Everybody bringing in toys and stuff. I think we call it the tree lighting. I think they call it tree light. I'm not for sure, but then plus in November, we do the Salvation Army. We give out clothes and stuff for the homeless and stuff like that. But yeah, we do a lot for the community. Okay,
we appreciate that, man. Thanks for sharing.
One more thing before you. All right. We are having a 20-year anniversary next year. That's gonna be our 20-year anniversary, 2026. We started in 2006. Now, next year going to be 2026. That's going to be our 20-year anniversary. We already got the logo and everything, so we're trying to figure out how we're going to celebrate our 20-year anniversary. We might do it our next barbecue for next year. I mean, we don't know, but we're going to talk about it, though, when we have our meeting.
All right, Vince. Can't wait to see that logo and everything.
As a matter of fact, I post on the 90 Empire page. Okay. It's on there somewhere, so I'll post it again though.
All right, Vincent. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck to you and the chapter the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you for having me, man.
All right. So that's all we have today for Chapter Spotlight. Next week we'll have a couple more chapters on the show. Now we'll turn it over to DJ Juice with a very, very special guest.
Thank you, Jamil. Like he said earlier, not an empire. We have a very special, legendary guest for y'all. We got Jesse on the line. I see his camera there. I don't know if he's there, but I'm gonna do the intro anyway. He played his entire legendary career from 1983 to 1997 with the red and gold. He's a two-time Pro Bowler. He's been inducted into the California Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025 and the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame class of 2015 as a co-founder and honoree. He is one of 6 San Francisco 49ers to be a 4-time Super Bowl champion, and he's the only one to have the last 4 rings, Super Bowl 19, 23, 24, and 29. If you claim to be a diehard 49er fan and you don't know this man, I can't help you. So I'm hoping we have him on the line here, man. I want to welcome the one and only legendary Jesse Sapolu to the show. Do we have him on camera?
Yes, I'm on.
There he is. How you doing, Jesse? Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us.
But the show is not coming on the camera.
The camera, I'm trying to. There you go.
No, that's off. You guys have to let him on.
You got to let me on the camera.
I see something there. It's live technical difficulties there, but we can do it with the audio and as you guys work on the camera there. But Jesse, thank you for joining us once again. I'd like to start from the beginning. You were born in Samoa. When did you come to the States? When were you introduced to football? And how old were you when you knew you could probably play at the professional level?
Yeah, I moved from Samoa to Los Angeles in 1970. I think I was 9.5 years old.
Wow. Okay.
And I couldn't speak a word of English, and then started off playing flag football. So it's amazing because my first position was running back.
Wow.
It was pretty fast. And then obviously, as you get bigger and heavier, they start moving you forward. And then I started playing both sides of the line, offense and defense. But the speed still stayed.
Yeah.
And obviously, with the 49er offense with Bill Walsh, he wanted fast linemen, that could run the wide sweeps, leading Roger Craig around the corner.
Yeah.
And then obviously in college, I played some center. And then as you can tell in my career, they moved me like 3 or 4 different times. And when they used to bring me in for the meetings, instead of going out and finding a center in free agency, they said if I moved to center, it would give us a chance to win the Super Bowl. And I think that's what makes me proud the most is every time I moved, we went on to win the Super Bowl. So I think that's a great thing.
That's a great thing. Yeah. You mentioned Roger Craig. I know you guys were both drafted the same year. You were drafted in the 11th round of the 1980 draft. Like the draft nowadays is only 7 rounds, so it's much shorter, much more high profile. So what do you remember about the draft or about you being drafted back then?
The draft was all in one day. And I started at 4 a.m. Hawaii time because the draft was in New York. And then I didn't get drafted till 8 at night. It was the Philadelphia Eagles, that called me and said they were about to draft me, but the Niners just took me the pick before they did. So
wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, I heard from Philadelphia first.
Wow,
the Niners called me the next day. So
so right before you about to get drafted by the Niners, you didn't know the Niners were going to draft you, and Philly called you first.
Yeah, I think Philly had the 290th pick. And the Niners picked me at 289. So.
That's a great story. I never knew that. Yeah. Wow. Real quick, I want to get into this before we move on. I remember back in 2012, you had a book out. It was a 2012 autobiography called "I Gave My Heart to San Francisco." Can you tell the faithful about it?
Well, I grew up with a heart murmur. I had a partially torn aortic valve in my heart, which the aortic valve, when it pumps, is supposed to be closed completely. But because of that tear, there was some leakage there, which made my heart work harder than the normal heart, which caused that heart murmur. And obviously, the heart is a muscle. So it's comparing me bench pressing, 300 pounds compared to a normal heart that operates bench pressing 200 pounds. Obviously, my heart worked harder, so it was getting larger and larger to the point where it got dangerous. And then, the Niners at that time, they came up with a procedure that was advanced enough to where they can replace that valve without me being on blood thinners. Because if I would have been on blood thinners, my career would have been done because I would bleed to death. If I got hit on the field. So I went ahead and did it because I needed to prove to the kids that had the same condition as me that you can live your dream and play football. So that's the reason I came back. I'm the only athlete to ever have their chest cut open and come back 6 months later and play football at any level. So
wow.
It's a great thing. I think about it now, and I thought I was crazy. I think I was crazy, but at the time, the mindset I had as an athlete, which I think is the mindset of our football teams, that enable us to win 5 Super Bowls, is anything is possible. It's the same mindset when people talk about Ronnie Lott cutting his finger, snipping his finger. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
With me, cutting my chest open. To me, it was part of part of what I needed to do to get back on the field. Now that I'm older, I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
How did they do it? But you did it.
But at that time, it wasn't crazy to me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you did it. I mean, you're known for your loyalty and dedication, and you're like one of the few players that can say they spent their entire career playing for the 49ers. That's a testament to your deep connection to the team, your commitment to the team, your loyalty, and to the city. So now that you're retired, that commitment continues. So I want to talk about a little bit about that off the field stuff that you do. It's kind of both. So I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna go into two different things that you do. I know you do many things, but one of the things you do is Sapolu Destined Academy. It's a private middle school from 6th to 8th grade with elite sports training combined with traditional in-person academics. So it's in Orange County. So can you tell the people that may have never heard of it, or maybe like, how do you get in? Like, if you have a kid that wants to play and they're about to be in the 6th grade, like, what can they do to be a part of that?
Well, they can go to our website. But I formed this private school because we have to keep up with the times. When I was coming through, I went and worked out on my own, and when we played PE back in school, when we were coming through, even yourself was coming, you just go out and play regular basketball. What our school does is we do specific sports training. We do kind of the same type of things that the Niners do. I train these linemen 4 times a week, an hour a day, 4 times a week. Imagine me talking to them when they become 9th graders about what we do with the Niners when the nickel defense comes in. What's the expectation?
Right.
So that's what I've developed. Because I have a nephew that just signed with SC, who's still a senior in high school.
Wow.
And signed for $5.6 million.
Wow.
NIL deal. So, think about that. He signed a deal during the off season and he had 1 more year of high school. He's making what I made in my 9th year with the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow. I mean, well, you got to adjust for the inflation, but that's still crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely crazy. I mean, think about it. If you were a 10th or 11th grader and somebody say, hey, we wouldn't assign you. Right. It's just crazy stuff. So we developed that school. But what's special about SDA is we still have that teacher student relationship. I'm old school from that standpoint, because some of the schools now, they depend on learning on a computer, and I don't believe in that. And in fact, some of the kids that have transferred in, the report that I get from the principal and our teachers is that they're behind academically, because of the virtual learning that they're going through. They're missing something. So that's what we try to cover with SDA. It's just giving kids opportunities. In fact, we had 3 kids as 8th graders got paid $30,000 to go to high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Congratulations, yeah.
Well, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think they would touch my 8th graders, but that's where they are. And we're just trying to adjust with times and give these kids, not only young men, but young women, the best opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's great. Like that's really inspiring. So you also have another, that leads into my next question. Mm-hmm. You have another great program that's called Men in the Trenches Academy. Could you explain to the people a little bit about that, and what's the age range for that?
Well, I started that from I think almost 20 years now. Wow, only because 7-on-7 football has been around. Because everybody focused during the offseason on wide receivers, defensive backs, linebackers. They have all of that stuff. And the linemen, they only start teaching them when the season starts, when training camp starts. I just felt like if I start training these kids basic fundamentals, even long before they report to school, their game would change. And it has changed. And obviously, you guys know, outside of the wide receivers and quarterbacks, the offensive line is probably the next highest paid position, and when I talk to our kids, when you look at the Super Bowl last year, I mean, Jalen Hurts was great, and he deserved the MVP. But the people that won the game was the Philly defensive line. You know, the 4 guys that harassed Mahomes without any help from the linebacker and the DBs, they dominated the game. And then when you look at the Philadelphia offensive line, they're in the top 2 in the league. So there's a reason why the trophy's sitting over there right now, because of the guys up front. I believe in that. And I think if a parent sacrifices an hour and a half for 12 Saturdays during the off season to come and train with me, I think I can make a change in their lives. And if they move on to go to college and get a free education, then you're ahead of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got 2 more questions for you. Do you have, what's your favorite 49er memory? I know there's many, but there's one you can share with us. Maybe one that most people don't know about.
Yes, the one that you know, one of the greatest memories is driving the 90 ball driving the ball 93 yards to win it in Miami.
Oh yeah,
you know, with John Taylor finishing it off.
Yeah,
I mean, the feeling you get, the focus that you needed to have when the game is on the line for everything, for all the marbles. It's something that I use to carry myself, even now with my afterlife, with my life after football. But I think the memory that's kind of dear to me too, because in the 90s, you know, it was the Niners and the Cowboys, you know. And after we won the Super Bowl in 94, which is January 95, I was at the Pro Bowl, and I walked out for interviews, and we lost Mike Shanahan to Denver. And the same day, we lost Ray Rhodes, who was our defense coordinator to Philadelphia.
Philly, yep, I remember that.
And then, you know, we lost Ricky Waters, you know. We lost
Dion to the Cowboys.
We lost Dion to the Cowboys. You know, William Floyd blew his knee up, you know, and Dallas, you know, because we stopped them from three-peating, you know, they were waiting for that game, you know. And we were undermanned. Steve Young didn't play in that game. We went with Elvis Grbac. And I could hear the fans waiting for us to come at them, because at that time we beat them 2 in a row after they beat us 3 in a row, you know. And we went there undermanned, and we played one of the best games the 49er football team has ever played. And we beat them in Dallas. I think it was 34-14 to walk out. And then we went on a 7-game winning streak with Elvis Grbac.
Yeah.
You know, and then Steve Young came back. You know, but, you know, the game of football is all about momentum. And I think the great thing about some of those 49er teams that I played on, you know, we talk about injuries, you know. I mean, Steve Bono won us 7 games in a row one year. That 91 team, if we would have got into the playoffs, I feel like we would have won the whole thing, because we started off 4-6, and then we ran the table. And the very last game on Monday night, we beat Chicago, who was a division champion, but we beat them 55-10, I think. We were on the roll.
Yeah.
And people were calling each other. I know George Seifert was getting calls from Matt Millen, who used to play with us.
I remember Matt Millen, linebacker, yeah.
He was with the Redskins at the time and said, man, everybody's calling each other. Don't let these guys back in. You know? And that's the only year I missed the playoffs at 10-6.
Yeah, I remember that 10-6. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the worst record I ever had as a 49ers. 10-6.
Wow, blessed.
So you know, I think I'm proud of the fact of what we did, the consistency that we played with, to close the deal 5 times and with no losses. You know, it's hard because we have we've had some very talented teams. The Harbaugh team that didn't close the deal in New Orleans, that's a talented team.
Right.
The 2 Shanahan teams that almost closed it, they're talented teams. It just proves to me how difficult it is to close the deal.
Right.
You know, and I would talk to Talanoa Hufanga when he was with us, and I say, hey, It comes down to this. There's a reason why the fan base loved the guys that played in the 80s and the 90s. It's because we closed the deal. It comes down to that. When you do that, they'll remember you for years to come. And to be honest with you, I cannot wait for our guys to close the deal. We need that 6th trophy. We've been so.
We should have 7, but we're waiting. We're waiting.
Absolutely. And I tell them, I say, I got 4 Super Bowl rings, but I've had my heart broken 4 times to get there.
Right.
Those losses to the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. My rookie year in Washington, when we were down 21-0,
right.
We came back, we tied the game. All the momentum was on our side, and they call a phantom interference call. So,
right. Remember that, yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I think about, DJ. Even though I have 4 rings, there's a lot of things that I lay down at night thinking about what could have been.
I mean, you can probably say damn near, I would say almost every team you've played on throughout your whole career could have taken it all away.
Had a chance. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if the ball would have bounced my way, when I think about it, if the ball would have bounced my way, I would be sitting here with 7 rings.
Yeah. We all wish that. We got one last question for you, Jesse. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're a real 49er faithful, always rooting for the Niners. I've seen you now that you're retired. How is it being like on the other side now? You're with us. You're a fan. You're retired. So you're out there cheering just like we are, but you're a fan with inside knowledge like of a player. So you've seen it from both perspectives. So how is it now watching as a fan?
It sucks because it's difficult. It's a lot harder on this side, because there's nothing you can do about it, and I feel our fan base. I'm just thankful to the Empire, because what you guys are doing is the reason why, even in Seattle, watching the game Sunday, there's a lot of red in that stadium. There's when you guys come to Southern California, you might as well call it a home game. What's amazing is we go to Dallas and there's red in that stadium.
Takeover.
But it's difficult. It is difficult. It hurts more. Not that it doesn't hurt when you're a player, but when you're a player and you feel in your heart you gave everything you had, it's easier to put it in the right perspective. But for a fan, for it to come down to one game, and especially if you're close, my wife and I were at the game in Vegas, the Super Bowl game.
We were there. You came to our party, I remember. Yes,
that's right. And imagine how tough of that walk was for me to walk out of that stadium knowing that we were a better team. We had a couple fumbles, and then we didn't even know Dre got hurt. We had our kids texting us from the hotel saying, "Hey, Dre got hurt." And we found out he just got hurt being excited running into the game.
Yeah, he was just jumping. He was just jumping, ready to go in, and then it went out.
Right. And I talked to John Lynch. I said, John, Kansas City had 3 4th and 1s, 3 4th down and 1. We stopped one of those 3. That trophy is sitting in Santa Clara. We had an extra point that was missed, or that trophy would be sitting in. So walking out of that stadium, knowing in my heart that if everything went right for both teams, that we were the better team, it's just difficult as a fan. But the one thing about me that I'm proud of is I played with one uniform, so it's easy for me to know which team I have my my loyalty to. It's the only team that I played for. I don't know what it's like to play for 3 different teams.
That's a blessing.
And how difficult that could be, but that's not a problem with me.
Yeah. Well, one last thing before we get out of here, we appreciate your time. I want to tell the people about your SDA watch party. Is going down October 12th. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yes, we're just trying to watch the game with some of our faithfuls and our Empire fan base. And I'm going to sign some pictures, and we will order some jerseys, and all the money will go to the school to help scholarship some of the kids to attend Sapolu Destin Academy.
That sounds good. Jesse Sapolu, it's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for coming on here to our second Niner Empire podcast. For all the people out there, stay tuned. Jesse Sapolu will be at many Niner events, Niner Empire events, taking pictures and autographs. His event, his watch party, again, October 12th, 10 a.m. at Willowwick Golf Course, 3017 West Fifth Street in Santa Ana. And we're going to take it to the next segment. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Go Niners.
What's up, faithful? I'm so excited for this one today. I've got Dustin from Royal Retros in the building. He is keeping that throwback style alive and making sure the faithful stay fresh on and off game day. Let's get into it. Hey, Justin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get into it. Can you tell us how Royal Retros got started and what inspired you to bring the throwback style back to life? I first remember you bringing out this jersey. I think 20.
Was it?
Was it in 2020 that you brought it out?
Well, first tailgate I did with you guys, I think, was Purdy's first game when I brought those out. So I brought the beat Brady. It was Purdy against Brady. When I brought those out for the first time with you guys. So a few years ago, yeah.
I remember I got one.
Yeah, for sure. I just collected jerseys my whole life, you know, especially growing up early 2000s when that was like the thing. You had to have all the throwback jerseys. None of them fit anymore because they're all like double XL, triple XL. But so it was just always like a passion of mine, and just did it on the side for extra money, selling it on eBay, stuff like that. And eventually, you know, wasn't finding a job that I wanted. And I was like, I'm just give it a shot. There's like something I'm passionate about, and hopefully it works out. And it did, luckily.
So how did you choose to bring this jersey back?
Just something different. Well, they never actually wore this before. Just kind of messing, you know, playing around with the fonts and just something different that, you know, I've never seen anybody wearing, and came up with it. And you can see in that middle picture, we did the exact one that was last year. We're selling that, and that's the exact one that they are wearing this year for their rivalry jersey. So clearly, it made an impact.
Exactly, that was the whole point of me bringing it up.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it sucks to not, you know, get credit for it, but how many people could say they like designed a jersey for their favorite team? So it's pretty cool at the end of the day to be able to know, like, you know, it made enough of an impact that they're going to wear it on the field now. So I'll definitely have that game marked down, and I'm going to be at that game just to see it on the field. It'll be pretty cool to see.
Yeah. That's awesome. So that brings me to my next question. What does it mean to you to see the 49er faithful rocking your gear, and how has the Niner Empire community supported your brand?
That means everything. I live in Portland, so there's a reason I drive 10 hours to the games to come tailgate with you guys. It's like family. Like I watched every game of my grandpa growing up, and, you know, like when his health went, it was like Sundays were tough, and that's kind of like when I found Niner Empire, and you guys like embraced me and, you know, let me come out and tailgate. I didn't know any of you guys, and just, you know, every week has been like family. So it means everything to see, you know, the fan base support, and really just I just do it to try to pay for the trips down there. Honestly, if I could make enough money to cover my tickets and the trip down, you know, I'm happy with that. I get to go to the game. There's, you know, nothing better than that, and call it work at the same time.
Right. And you get to hang out at the blue lot, pretty soon the green lot.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the green lot. Hopefully I won't destroy my shoes every week on the rocks on the blue lot. A little shorter of a walk, but it's a good time.
So how do you see fashion and fan culture connecting when it comes to the Niner Empire?
I think that the fans really, you know, drive what the team does. Because I remember even going back to Candlestick before they had the black jerseys. You know, you see people selling the black jerseys or the graphic tees when you pull up off the freeway, all the vendors walking around. So they've always had their eye on it, and just, you know, listening to what the fans want. And that's why I always try to collaborate. We got collaboration with DJ Juice and Mo won an NWA jersey. We got one with Eye of the Niner, and Del Fetty and Barritz with a Red Out song. So try to just collaborate with people who are in the culture, in the tailgate culture, and Niner Empire, and do something that, you know, kind of their ideas, their take on a jersey or some kind of fashion. And just kind of move it forward and see what people like that's a little bit different and where we can, help promote other people, that other fans and members of the Niner Empire as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was about to say, before you know it, you're gonna have chapters from Niner Empire reaching out.
I hope so. It's cool to just see, it's like football jerseys are so simple, they're just numbers. So trying to come up with different styles, different takes on it, it's always cool to see what kind of takes other people have on it, and like making it into a real product is a lot of fun.
I bet. Can you tell the people that are from Niner Empire where they can follow you and how they can find you and where they can purchase these jerseys?
Website's royalretros.com. If you want to go royalretros.com/candlestick, that's the Candlestick collection, the Niners and Giants inspired merch. Instagram royal.retros, or come out to the tailgate. I try to make it to at least half the home games. So just got back from Seattle from this week, so we'll always have a tent out there if I can make it, and we'll give out towels or whatever giveaway we got out that week. If you just come follow us on Instagram or check out the website.
For sure. So you will be there for the home opener?
I'll be there. We'll have some new towels to give away, opening day rally towels. So all you got to do is just come over and follow us on social media at the booth and grab a towel, and we'll have some jerseys for sale and some hats and t-shirts as well.
Well, there you go. You'll have Dustin. You'll be able to meet Dustin from Royal Retros at the home opener at Greenlaw, opening game day at Levi's for us. And I will be there too.
All
next,
right,
we're off to the next person. Thank you, Dustin.
Appreciate it.
You heard Dustin talk about the culture of tailgating, and our next guest, please welcome to this segment of Anatomy of a Tailgate. He's a diehard Bills fan, and we're just lucky he's here because after watching our Sunday night game, didn't die of a heart attack or anything because that was a rough game, but you guys pulled it out. He's a diehard Bills fan, and he's the founder of the Tailgating Hall of Fame, Hans Steiniger. Hans, welcome to the show. We know you're a diehard Bills fan, but we're going to be getting into some questions about your experience, the Hall of Fame tailgate and everything. So welcome.
Wow. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate you guys having me on. I'm honored.
Got to talk to Hans earlier. There's a Quest for 31. Can you explain what the Quest for 31 is to us?
Sure. The Quest for 31 was what I called my immersive experience in NFL tailgating and NFL culture. It basically began as a way for me to find out what it would be like to be a fan of every NFL team in every city. And to do that, you wear the jersey of the home team, you wear whatever props, cheese heads, terrible towels, you sing their fight song, learn their fight song, you eat local food, eat at local restaurants, drink local beer. I mean, really become a fan of that franchise for that weekend. And that's what I did, going to 31 stadiums in just about 4 years, from 2006 to 2009.
Talk about fight songs. You heard that pledge in the beginning of the podcast, right?
I love that. That was
We're
cool.
going to get it embedded in your brain, Hans.
Okay, let's do it.
We have, obviously you've went to several different cities. Can you give us our top 5 cities that you've gone to?
Top 5 cities. So in no particular order, for tailgating, I would say Green Bay. Green Bay is the mecca that all NFL fans want to visit. I mean, it's tucked away in Wisconsin, and there's a mystique to that mecca. Fans love it. The locals understand their place in NFL lore, and they make that home team experience valuable for visitors that come into Green Bay. Houston is an awesome barbecue city. I've been to lots of NFL cities, lots of tailgates where you'll see a couple of custom barbecue pits dotted around that blacktop. In Houston, it's like every 4th tailgate. There is some Texan that has built his own barbecue, and he's trailering it into the parking lot to show off and make food for everyone. A third one would be Buffalo. Buffalo is as unique a tailgate as you're ever going to see. I mean, when you have a guy, Pinto Ron, who gets covered from head to toe in mustard and ketchup before the game at the ketchup opening ceremony, 11 o'clock. there's nothing like Buffalo. We created jumping through tables for no apparent reason other than, hurt backs and broken ribs. Next up, Kansas City. Kansas City is another barbecue mecca. I mean, it's the mesquite flavor. It's a robust sauce. It's not the vinegar based of the South, but more tomato based, delicious barbecue sauce. And they have a massive expanse of blacktop. Last, I would say Cleveland. I think Cleveland is big city tailgating done right. There are a lot of stadiums that are plunked into these cities. And the problem with doing that is it's difficult for NFL fans to find a spot to tailgate in. Cleveland has set aside designated areas for tailgating, and they've embraced the tailgating culture unlike any other city I've seen. Quick one, honorable mention to Oakland, California. I'm sorry they don't have a team anymore, but Oakland was an incredible tailgate. It was like Ozfest meets a three-wing circus. They do it right. It's fun.
Perfect. One of the things, I mean, you got me all discombobulated when you said Oakland. It kind of made me nervous.
Sorry, I threw you for a loop there.
Yeah, it kind of had me shaking over here. You are the founder of the Tailgating Hall of Fame. And to me, that's very prestigious because you know how much the fandom is put into tailgating. Can you explain what the Tailgating Hall of Fame entails?
Sure. The Tailgating Hall of Fame was kind of a natural evolution of the Quest for 31. I mean, you go to 31 cities all across the country and you start meeting folks. And after a couple of years of just doing, 8 to 10 to 12 NFL games throughout the season, guys from year one are like, hey, I'm going to Houston. Who do you know in Houston? And it's like, oh, I know you, but in Houston. And so the Tailgating Hall of Fame kind of naturally evolved as I would put people together from different cities. And instead of them coming through me, I thought if I formed an organization that would allow me to basically introduce my friends, then we could grow a network of the right type of tailgate, a tailgate that embraces visitors, that embraces NFL culture, that thrives in it and promotes it. And that's really what we're about in the Tailgating Hall of Fame is creating a safe space for visiting fans to go and hang out and enjoy an NFL game day without looking over the shoulder.
And I appreciate that. And we talked earlier how I was talking about when Detroit was in the championship game, and we probably had more Detroit Lions. It was like their Super Bowl, but we had more Detroit Lions fans at our tailgate, and they all had a blast. And we just, we've had other teams come in. So what you've created has been amazing. So, talked a little bit about the art of tailgating, the work that is put in just for a tailgate and the amount of stress it causes throughout the week and everything, just to make sure that people have a home away from home and are able to come and enjoy their team and have fun. Can you explain a little bit about it?
Sure. Yeah. Tailgating is a labor of love, and it's something that you don't understand unless you are running one of these giant tailgates, right? Everybody tells me it's the same story. How did your tailgate begin? Well, it was me and a buddy, and we made friendly with the guy next door, and we had a great time, and we started sharing the gear, right? So he brings a grill, I bring the cooler, and we expand. The interesting thing about tailgating, and you see it across the league all the time, is when you grow to a certain size, eventually your folks start complaining about the donation. And it's like, there's a lot more that goes into that donation. I mean, you're paying for the experience of being around some of the greatest tailgaters on the planet. And the poor guy on the other end is really just trying to make cost. It's a fallacy that guys are getting rich off of tailgating. Nobody gets rich off of tailgating. You're really just trying to break even, have a good time, and provide a party atmosphere for your friends. And nobody thinks about the Saturday prep and cooking that goes into the day before, the Sunday wake-up call at 2-3 in the morning so you can get down to the stadium, be first in line so that you can get that preferential spot, right? You guys are cooking all day long. You have a great time. You try and be a part of the tailgate, but you can't because somebody's complaining about this or that. And then there's the cleanup after the tailgate. and the cleanup at home that nobody really thinks about. I mean, those pots and pans, those grill surfaces, they don't get clean magically. There's a lot that goes into a tailgate for the tailgate organizer, and just making it all happen and providing that amazing experience for these folks on game day is a labor of love. It really is. And we talked about it earlier. When you get so big, it comes to a point where tailgating becomes work, and where the folks that used to volunteer and help you out begin to drop off. And that's kind of where tailgating begins to peter off. So what you want to do is keep your folks happy, keep them engaged, find a way to make tailgating fun, and find the right people that are there to support you and to be down with you. And it seems like that's exactly what you guys have created. And it's impressive to see. This is awesome.
We appreciate that. It's just, it's the love that we have. And like I mentioned earlier with Niner Empire, just welcoming anybody just to enjoy football, because everybody has their Monday through Friday job. Everybody has their family and whatnot. But Sunday we can let our hair down and just have fun. And even when we're 3-13, 3-14, people remember that tailgate.
That's right.
One more thing. We kind of mentioned, we talked earlier about the obstacles that a lot of fans are going throughout the NFL with hosting tailgates. I was telling you a little bit about the issues that we have. You heard Dustin talking about keeping his shoes clean and walking like 37 miles to get to the stadium. And you had mentioned a Buffalo tailgate, and it blew me away, like the fact that you guys are able to set up 2 days before. Can you explain how much the ownership and how great they are to your fans?
Yeah, the Pagula family owns the Buffalo Bills, and they've embraced tailgating because it's as much a part of Buffalo Bills culture as following the team. So number one, instead of building a brand new stadium in downtown Buffalo, which would have been fine and would have brought a bunch of revenue to the area, they kept it in Orchard Park, New York. Part of that is really to benefit tailgating. You have a wide expanse of blacktop available. There's private lots. There's actually a neighborhood right there next to the stadium where, similar to Green Bay, you can buy a parking space in front of somebody's picture window right on their front lawn. But beyond that, one of the things that the Bills have always encouraged is weekend tailgating. They have a separate RV lot that it's been there for, it's got to go back 30 years. They have a separate RV lot where you can pull in on Friday. You can spend Friday night, Saturday night there. You can wake up on game day, do the whole game day thing. And you can actually spend Sunday night there too. And you bring all your food, all your supplies. And in the back corner of the lot, they actually built a concrete shower and bath facility for the fans. This facility is cleaned once an hour. It's heated in the wintertime. It's beautiful. I mean, there's no better connection between a fan base and ownership than an ownership that takes pride in promoting the tailgate culture and doing it with something like the RV lot. It's amazing.
The fact that they have a shower out there for folks is just amazing.
Yeah.
We have a hard time just getting through traffic to get into the parking lot sometimes. I know with the whole new stadium, it's been like a Tetris type thing. They have mentioned that they're trying to work things out for the fans and everything, but tailgating is very limited with time. And that's what we try. It's 3.5 hours for us.
Right.
So it's like we're constantly on the move. And now that we're a little closer, we can close our tailgate down a little bit, because before we'd have to close it down like an hour earlier just to make kickoff. So I don't know how many times we saw the Jets fly over and be like, oh, there's the kickoff. So we, before we end, Hans, is there anything else you would like to? First off, I want to welcome you. Anytime you're out here, you got a home away from home. All right. We'd love to have you. And is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I'd love to check you guys out. I think it's difficult for me to get out to the West Coast. I am a Buffalo Bills fan, but I'm marooned in Detroit. I'm coming at you live and direct from what I call the Green Dragon Tavern, which is otherwise known as the dining room next to my kitchen. But just final parting thoughts. We do have a website, www.tailgatinghalloffame.com. We'd love to have you check us out. And I'd love to get to San Francisco. Growing up, when I was young, the Bills were awful, so you always pick an NFC team, and that was the Joe Montana dynasty years. So, I mean, seeing Jesse Sapolu and talking about Roger Craig and Ronnie Lott and Tom Rathman and Jerry Rice, and I mean, it's special. It's awesome. So I'd love to come back.
Well, you definitely have a nice significant other, because my wife tells me the garage is all mine.
I have an awesome wife who really partners with me in running the Tailgating Hall of Fame. We go to the games together, we tailgate together, we travel together, and I think that's the big thing about what you guys are doing that I'd really give you kudos on too. When you guys travel together as a fan base, there's no better way to bond and amalgamate as a fan base than to go to other cities, break bread at restaurants, to do life together. That's what my wife says. You can't build a relationship without doing some life together. And I give you kudos for that. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job supporting this team and creating a cohesive fan base.
Thank you. And I must say, I love my wife. I mean, without my wife, I wouldn't be able to do all this stuff. So.
Absolutely.
And she gives me a couple of rooms or whatever, but the garage is all mine. So, Hans, appreciate you. We'll definitely be keeping in touch. You've come up with a huge thing, and we all love tailgating. It's just our passion and our fandom, and we love it. So we'll definitely keep in touch, and I appreciate you being on with us.
Fantastic. Thanks, Joe.
Okay. Thanks, Hans. Appreciate you.
Okay. I think we have our winners from the raffles from earlier today. I think we have one more that we're going to do. We'll check here. I think that was it, y'all. I think we got our three winners. And let's see their names. Are they popping up on the screens? Let's see. Technical difficulties. Supposed to have a wheel coming up now. Give us a couple minutes and we'll get back to y'all. You can go ahead, BTAC.
Niner Empire. We have some so much lined up coming up, man. This is our show, but we're still gonna do the raffle. But before we get out of here, let me give you some news. First of all, I want you to watch our Niner Empire affiliates Whistle Gang podcast with Furb, P-Man the Fan, and Monty. It's every Monday and every Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Also, we need to watch the Hypecast with my man right there, DJ Hype Man 49. He's going to go live 1 hour after every 49er game for immediate game reactions. After the game reactions, we'd like to thank our guest, the legendary 49er, Jesse Sapolu, Derek Wells of the Rouge and Gold, Vince of the OG Memphis chapter, Dustin of Royal Retros. Shout out to our sponsors, Gold Bar Whiskey, Shotsticks.com, NinersWithAttitude.com. And if you're interested in becoming a Niner Empire podcast sponsor, please email all inquiries to info@NinerEmpire.com. Also, don't forget, we're going to New Orleans. I'm going to be there Friday. I'm DJing 4 parties with all my Locked In Radio DJ brothers. My man Hype Man's going to be there. Naomi's going to be there. We all going to be there, and we're going to be doing it up. So make sure if you need information on all the parties, go to NOLA, NinerTakeover.com. Also, when we come back from New Orleans, Green Lot 1, Pole 16, Money B of Digital Underground is going to shoot his video. Run It Up is going to be the song. The new Niner anthem is going to be at Green Lot 1, Pole 16 once again. And the people from the Niner Empire podcast that are going to New Orleans, we're going to be, I'm not supposed to tell you this, we're going to be in New Orleans and we're going to be filming pieces of that song that Money B is going to choose which ones are the hypest to use in the video. So if you see us filming, I need y'all to be hype because you might end up in the Run It Up video with Money B from Digital Underground. Also, if you looking to party and watch the game with fellow faithfuls when you're out of town, You want to go find a local chapter wherever you may be at, I need you to go to ninerempire.com/chapters. And whatever area you're in, you go look for that city and you find the closest chapter to where you're at. You can go party with the local faithful. Also, speaking of chapters, if you're looking to start a chapter, you want to make a chapter wherever you at, go to ninerempire.com, start a chapter, and we will get you in there. Also, I know we haven't said this, but this is an improv right now. I got to shout out all the international chapters. I seen New Zealand in here earlier. Shout out to all the Canadian chapters, Mexico, Germany, United Kingdom, Ireland, Italy, and Switzerland. So, are we ready for that raffle?
Yes, we are.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Good luck. We have a winner, 49er Jeff. Congratulations. You will receive a piece of artwork from Eric Jules. Then we have one more. And all the trivia and raffle winners, contact us via email at info@ninerempire.com for your prize. Our next winner is Max. Congratulations, Max. Hit us up at info@ninerempire.com to claim your prize.
All right, faithful Niner Empire, man. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching, man. Signing off for myself, for Joe, Jamil, Naomi, and Avery. Shout out to our producers behind the scene, Brian and Paulina. I go by DJ Juice. Signing off. I will see y'all. We will see y'all every Tuesday, next Tuesday, for the next episode, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. See y'all. We will see you in New Orleans.
See you in NOLA, baby. 2-0.
2-0. Thank you, folks.
Y'all know the empire's on fire. I heard slow feet, don't eat, so I compete. Niner gang, turned up, we hard to beat. Give me the rock, keep watching the score sheet. Niner Empire, we on fire, we bring the heat. Run it up.